Hi, my name is Anne and I'm going to share a bit of my story with you. I'm 30 years old and I have a daughter called Hannah who is just about to go to secondary school. I also have a cat called Boyo. When I was a baby, I didn't sleep for the first few years of my life and my mum noticed I was happy to spend a lot of time on my own. I could read a newspaper when I was 3, but I didn't make any friends at school or talk for the first year of school. When I went to secondary school, I found it hard to be in a big school and I asked my parents if I could go to boarding school because I thought it would be better. The staff were good to me and the other girls were very understanding that I was different. I liked the routine and safety of going to boarding school. And then I left school, I went to college, but I found it difficult to keep up. Then I got a job but found it difficult to remember everything I was meant to do. When I was 19, I had Hannah. I spent a lot of time in hospital. I had to go to London to have a parenting assessment and I got discharged and struggled a lot until a couple of years ago. I've got Asperger's syndrome and have some related mental health problems. It was difficult to get support because I do not fit into any boxes. I do not have a learning difficulty or mental illness. So the main thing about my condition is the anxiety which builds up. It's hard for people to recognise because it didn't show up as in other mental health conditions and it can build up from nowhere. A few years ago it got so bad I took an overdose and ended up in hospital. Psychiatric hospital is not a suitable place for people with autism because it is very noisy and the staff are not very experienced in dealing people with autism. Some don't really believe that it exists. I was put in touch with an advocate by a helpline and that's when things started to change for me. She put a case forward for me to get direct payments. Direct payments are paid directly to the disabled person by social services so they can employ a personal assistant who they've chosen themselves to help them. So I got to interview her and decide who I wanted to employ, which is particularly helpful for people with a dual diagnosis to have different needs to get the help that they need. Depression is not necessarily connected with the disorder, but having to deal with it makes you depressed. Direct payments have really changed my life. I do a lot more things for myself, doing my own shopping, looking after my own child, helping to run a parent and toddler group and brownie guide pack, dealing with a budget, cooking my own food, and I just live like any other mum, just ordinary, nothing special, just being a normal person like everyone else. Being a mum, not the person with the mental health problems. AS is incurable, but getting help has made me want to live with it, not die with it. The anxiety can build up so much and there are no tablets to make it go away. Things that don't worry other people make me very anxious, like not getting my post on time. I can talk things through with Wendy and things don't seem so bad after all. I love being a mum, as now just a normal mum.